And a good day, everybody. Today, of course, is Friday. Happy Friday, December the 6th, 2019. My name is Jewel. Thanks so much for checking the weather out with me today. I appreciate it so much. Please don't forget, if you're into weather, any kind of weather-related content, watches, warnings that you need to know about, or storms that may be brewing coming our way, please subscribe. Then click the bell and check off all to make sure you get all the latest weather news, forecasts, watches, warnings, and anything that may be coming your way. I would appreciate it greatly. Now, what's going on today through Sunday? First, we're going to check out the short range forecast, what it's looking like today through Sunday. We got snows expected for parts of the lower Great Lakes and Northeast, heavy snow for the highest elevations of the western mountains, and we got some rain for parts of northern and central California. This, of course, is the 3KN NAM map. This is going to take us through Sunday. It's courtesy of Tropical Tidbits. Excuse me. Please hang around because I got lots of stuff to tell you about. Some cold air is going to be shooting down in this area. Around in these areas should stay a little warmer, but we'll check all that out. But first, let's turn this on and just let it roll. Now, we got a fast-moving low over the lower Great Lakes. It's going to move eastward off the northeast coast tonight. Now, this system is going to produce some snow over the lower Great Lakes into parts of the northeast today, ending overnight tonight. Additionally to that, we got an upper-level energy over the lower Mississippi Valley. Now, what that's going to do is move eastward off the southeast coast overnight tonight. This system's going to produce rain over parts of the lower Mississippi Valley that will move into the southeast and slowly dissipate by tomorrow morning. Meanwhile, we got this deep upper-level low over the eastern Pacific, and it's going to move into parts of the Pacific Northwest and northern California while weakening by tomorrow night. Now, moisture should stream into northern California, producing rain, and at the highest elevations, you guys should get snow over parts of the Sierra Nevada mountains into the Pacific Northwest by tomorrow morning. For tomorrow in general, the highest elevation snow and lower elevation rain, it's going to expand into parts of the northern intermountain region and parts of the Great Basin. Now, it's looking like the snow and rain then should move into parts of the northern central Rockies overnight tomorrow night, Saturday night. And the rain will move into parts of the southwest overnight Saturday also. That's what the short-range weather is looking like for your coming up next couple of days. When it comes to severe weather for today, Friday, the 9th of December, nothing really severe. We do have a chance of some thunderstorms popping up right on the west coast, down in the southern corner of the west coast of Oregon and parts of northern California. Also a chance of a thunderstorm popping up in the panhandle of Florida, a little bit of Alabama, great big, or Georgia I should say, great big portion of Alabama, lots of the Mississippi, just about the whole state, and portions of Arkansas. So this is a chance where you see this green now that there could be a pop-up thunderstorm, but nothing severe, no tornado threats, hail, or downdraft winds. Now we do have a shot of some cold air coming down. The 8th through the 12th in this area is where the cold air should come down. It'll probably drift a little bit over this way. And we're going to check out some more on this coming up, but I wanted you to see North and South Dakota, the state of Minnesota, most of the state of Wisconsin, and some of Michigan. You should be getting this very cold shot of air coming down next week. We will take a quick look at these temperatures. You can see the timestamp up here in the left-hand corner. as we just click through. Now, this is Fahrenheit temperature. This is not wind chill temperature. We're going to click on through. You can see what's happening today. And we're just going to make this as fast as we can, but I want you to see how that shot, you can see it right in here. The shot of cold air is going to start coming down from Canada around the 8th as we move on through. Not too bad yet in the southern sections of the U.S. As we move on through, it comes down in this area I just showed you for the most part. This is on Wednesday, the 11th. Wednesday, the 11th, you're in the 20s for the most part. Where you see that purple, it's cold, 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 cold. Now, as we move on through, you can see it's kind of drifting off now. As we go through the month, though, we're going to go on up. We're up to the 18th now. You can see that cold air is just hanging around and hanging around. This is like 6 degrees in Minnesota. This is the Fahrenheit temperature. Fahrenheit temperature. It only goes through the 21st. So this cold air is going to be hanging around. I want you guys to be aware of what's going on. Look, that's minus 1 Fahrenheit at the 6Z run. This is going to be some cold stuff, folks. Cold, cold, cold stuff. So be aware of these cold temperatures. If a system comes in and pushes it a little further east or a little further south, I'll be sure and put it out. But I want you guys to be aware of what's going on. Very, very cold air, a shot of cold air is going to come in this area. Now, this is the European high-rise model for what should be going on. I'm just going to turn it on. We're going to check out about what looked like that storm that was going to come up for us. That could affect these areas down here, but right now the long-range extended forecast looking like this coming Monday through next Friday, all next week. Now, of course, some of this will change as the systems move, but it's looking like over the west, a building west coast upper ridge should make up, and it should keep most of the west dry through early of next week, beyond some lingering rocky snows in the northwest flow. Now, the pattern should become more wet and elevation snowy for especially the Pacific Northwest, but also inland to the Rockies as shortwave energies round the northern part of the ridge to mid to later next week. Now, there is a strong signal for heavy rainfall over a broad area from the mid-south to the northern mid-Atlantic and southern and eastern New England Monday night with a frontal approach and support aloft. Now, locally heavy snow is possible in the coma head of this low over the upper Midwest by Sunday night through Monday, with potential Lake Superior enhancement. Lake effect snow should spread across the remainder of the Great Lakes Monday into Tuesday in the wake of the low, which is particularly cold, like I've showed you what's going to happen. Polar plunges are expected to be behind the cold front, with temperature anomalies of 15 to 25 degrees below normal, centered over the upper Midwest with reinforcing shots of cold, cold air that is going to happen. So we've taken a look now at the European high-rise model. Let's go check out the GFS model. Here we go with the GFS model. We're going to start it out. You see your timestamp up here in the upper left-hand corner. Let's check it out. Now, what's going to happen here is a low. This is the first low. We had another one looking like the storm's going to make up. But then, boom, we didn't have both of these highs coming in quite as fast as they were yesterday. So let's see what happens here. This first low down here around the south and the Gulf and around Florida and North South Carolina, it kind of just drizzles out, okay? It just kind of poops out. But we have another low coming in. And you can see it's going to, when this one gets out in the ocean, it's going to bring some rain up to this area. This low is pushing through now. Still don't have anything like sign of a bad, nasty storm, but we do have some snow that's occurring as we move on through. We're going to see what happens now with this. Looking like rain, rain, more rain as we move through the time period. Now, we do have some nasty weather that's going to come in off the west coast, say around the 12th, next Thursday, over on the west coast. So, you know, people in Oregon, Washington State, we'll keep our eyes on that for you as we move on through. Now, we have this one on the 13th. Let's see what it's looking like for everybody. Looks like it's going to develop some, mostly rain at this time, but as it moves, this is the one I was talking about. It's looking like mostly rain, heavy rain. And the barometric pressure in this thing, let's run it back just a second. When it's right down here, not too bad, but when it gets off my coast, it starts to really get down. 999 millibars, 989 millibars. You can see the isobars are getting compact around it also. And as it moves on through, it goes off just far enough. Everybody's in luck according to the GFS model. Now this could change. We still need to watch it. It could bring a lot of snow if it was just a little closer, because you're down in, you see the blue lines, the cold, cold air, still warmer down in this area. So we're just going to have to keep our eyes on it, folks. I mean, anything could happen. It can still change. I hope it does not, because it's looking like the next low behind that one's going to be bringing some snow anyway, as you can see. So everyone hang tight, okay, as this cold air starts to dip down. By the 19th, looking like probably we're going to have some of that cold all the way down into South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Mississippi in the northern sections, moving right on across the Texas Panhandle for this cold, cold air. Christmas may be a cold Christmas this year. We'll have to wait and see. And this goes up to the 22nd, looking like maybe this warm's trying to push back up at this time. And that's a check of your weather, folks. Everybody have a good day, a safe day, a blessed day. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it so very much. Commenting, liking, sharing this information with your family and friends, and all the good things you do for me. Please be aware of what's going on around you. Always, if I see any drastic changes with anything, I'll be sure and get them up for you just as soon as I possibly can. Peace, love, and kindness to all. Thanks so much for watching.